Guardian Zerg. Win.
Okay, well, let's go ahead. Oh, got to enable music. For some odd reason, the sound effects aren't working. So we will fix that very shortly after we get the intros done. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Thunderdog League series. This is week number 2, and we have a little bit of lag going on. Not sure what the deal is there, whether or not it's just somebody in game. Oh, Manro. Anyways, so we've got KLG going up against 440 Gaming. Manro's like, Manro's lagging, yo. Yes, he is. But yeah, so we've got 440 Gaming going up against KLG, and we will go ahead and introduce our KLG player spawning in the upper left-hand corner in the red trunks for Team Chaotic. Wow, Chaos Latin Gamers. He is wiNgiAN. El Presidente, take it away.
And in the bottom left, playing as the green Zerg. Apparently I'm also too quiet. As the green Zerg in the bottom right corner. Playing for Team 440, it's TheGiantNome.
TheGiantNome. He is a giant gnome. So if you are too quiet, I'm going to go ahead and bump your sound just a little bit and see how that fares. It's probably going to be screeching loud in my... Actually, the in-game noise is like super, super quiet. We're going to quickly go in here and bump that up just a little bit and see what happens. No, that didn't help at all. Okay, we're going...
TheGiantNome is putting something like, I would literally do this on ladder, and Scarlet does this exact same thing. He saw the forge in the natural, and he's going for cross dash.
This is new. Oh, and denied. Yep, immediately spotted. Manro says he's sorry for being laggy. But yeah, so TheGiantNome going for this crazy proxy play. Obviously, he's unaware that wiNgiAN has already scouted it, so he's not going to be able to quite react in time. He is trying to get an Overlord in position to actually see whether or not there's anything there, but I'm pretty sure with these cannons going down, yeah, one of them is actually just in vision, so he's going to be able to see that and hopefully see. I don't know. Is he going to go for it? Would you go for it?
No. At the point I would cancel and just say I got 2 cannon cancels out of it. Then you're roughly breaking even at this point.
Yeah. I mean, at this point...
If these cannons finish... Oh, they're finished.
Oh,
yes.
The cancel is going to go down, and the drone will go ahead and get picked off. So... yeah, a little bit denied there. Granted, he was at least able to recover and get some of those minerals back. Definitely a plus side for him. But yeah, really surprised. Really early second gas. We usually don't see the second gas go down until 5:30-ish, 6 minutes, depending on the build. So I wonder if he's going to be planning on trying to switch things up and maybe go a little bit more ham aggressive with some roaches.
Yeah, usually the double gas with Proxy Hatch meant that he wanted to try to get the roaches up as quickly as possible while his hatchery was unnoticed. But the fact that it was spotted so quickly basically killed that plan. As a transition, though, he could go for a really fast lair, which he is, and going into immediate swarm hosts. Because he is not dropping a roach swarm.
That is very true, yeah. I haven't seen too terribly much swarm host play. Granted, I cannot say that I have been following the WCS as closely as I would like to the past couple of weeks. So yeah, so I do think that swarm hosts would be a definite nice little option for him. Now, we do have +1 armor going down for the Protoss player, which I find a little odd. Usually you see the attack go down first, so you're... Oh, Ling's gonna... One Ling's gonna get in. Gonna try and get a scout off, and get completely denied from those probes.
Yeah, and didn't see anything valuable either. It only got the cybernetics core, which is a little bit because of the cannons,
Mm.
but only slightly. It is going to be a Twilight Council option coming out of wiNgiAN, and it's actually a 2-base Muta coming out of the TheGiantNome. And personally, I think Twilight Council go to get as Stargate against Spire. It's still okay because you're probably going into Stalkers.
Yeah, I mean, we've got one Stalker on the way. Still focusing on getting that armor out. Yeah, I mean, obviously Blink is definitely going to be his best option at this point to deal with the impending doom that the mutas might tend to cause. But wiNgiAN trying to get a decent scout off. Does see one Overlord kind of perched over there in the upper portion of his base. And now without lots of gateways going down. Definitely going to be looking to do this is going to be a 5-gate type timing, I would assume. That's how I kind of.
He's going to go up to 7 gate.
7?
7. He's going to go up to 7. It's usually 2-base 7 gate.
Yeah.
He could take a 3rd and then get the additional gates, but he hasn't started Blink, which is why I'm really concerned. But he is getting the additional gateways.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, but he's getting ground armor.
Yeah, that's why I've been confused this whole time, because it's like I've never seen armor gone first. Usually it's +1 attack in this matchup. Like armor is really only for armor is really only for PvT.
With Stalkers it makes sense though. +1 attack for Stalkers versus Lings doesn't actually do anything. With +2 over the armor, then you 2-shot Lings, but with +1 only, it doesn't change anything. So in this case, the armor makes sense with Blink and Stalkers, but it's actually Mutas on the way.
Mothership Core will go ahead and get taken out, and actually wiNgiAN says, I'm going to be canceling that pylon. Whole bunch of Stalkers getting morphed in. Now, granted, by going for 2-base Mutas, he's pretty much limited himself as far as, like, unit count is concerned. As you can see, units-wise, he's only got 7 Mutas out at this point. We got a couple more on the way, but these Mutas are only going to trickle in, and as long as wiNgiAN actually tries to perch out and hit a timing, I think, the Mutas really aren't going to get a whole lot of damage done while they're in these low numbers.
One big concern, though, is that wiNgiAN has 2 giant pylons that if they get knocked out are going to depower almost all of the gates.
Yeah. So a little bit of harassment coming out from the Gnome. I'm just going to call him the Gnome for the rest of the game. That's just way cooler. He's the Gnome. Anyways, yes.
He's finished.
More Mutas getting poked at. But yeah, so Stalkers are coming across the field. wiNgiAN definitely in a good position to deny this 3rd base. Ling's trying to get a good surround. Not going to quite get it. Will take out one of the sentries. But yeah, the Stalkers will reign supreme force for the time being. Blink is done, so he is going to be able to micro this pretty well.
Mutas do lose to Stalkers, number for number, so this engagement is absolutely atrocious for the Gnome. It really shows. All the Mutas died, and they only got 1 Stalker.
Yep, GG is going to go ahead and get called.